Person sees around 10,000 online ads daily. Here's how a man's life would change if he used pot.
OCO, free thinkers. You're now tuned into the realest historian on the planet. The best teacher you wished you had in school. Have your pens and paper handy and get ready to take notes. It's Jane Calloway on I'm Just Here to Make You Think Radio.
I always have to preface my streams by saying this stream is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional, and I do not give out any advice of any kind, whether it be medical, financial, political, scientific, religious, or otherwise. So never believe anything I say. And if you think anything I say is true, I always advise you to do your own research and figure things out for yourselves, because I am wrong most of the time, because I'm just doing this for fun. And this stream is for entertainment purposes only. So never take anything I say seriously or literally. Don't ever believe me, no matter what I say, because I'm just doing this for fun. And once again, the stream is for entertainment purposes only. It's a cold ass day. I didn't finish my coffee from this morning. I think I might run downstairs and like warm up my little bit of coffee and have. I feel extra sleepy right now too.
If you guys don't know, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was killed in Manhattan by a man wearing a black mask. The 50-year-old CEO was standing outside the Hilton Hotel when the assailant approached him and fired a shot and struck him in the chest. Now, the masked man carrying a gray backpack then fled and to a nearby alley. That's according to reports. Then Thompson was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. They also say, according to reports, United Health Group is scheduled to start an annual investor conference. We're going to come back to that. Investor conference at 8 a.m. that day that he was deleted. That's crazy. It was right at the time when they were already putting up reports of how some insiders were paying each other off a money laundering case. I'm gonna get into that.
Brian Thompson was the head of United Healthcare for the past 3.5 years.
This was weird.
He was targeted.
I was just about to talk about this, then this happened the same day. Yo, they didn't want that to leak. I got a feeling he was a whistleblower, but I'm gonna come back to that.
CBS News' crime and public safety unit coordinating producer Anna Schechter has been following all of this closely. So Anna, what specifics do we have that indicate that this was a targeted attack? Well, people were walking by a hotel while the suspect was waiting for those 5 minutes, waiting for the victim. He was hiding behind a vehicle so that he wouldn't cause suspicion. He was wearing a mask, and he clearly had experience using a weapon. So when the victim walked over from his hotel at the Marriott, just down the street, crossed the street over to the Hilton, just a few blocks from here, the suspect walked around the vehicle just as the victim walked past and shot him in the back several times. The first
See, that's another thing.
Surveillance video.
Shot him in the back several times. This was definitely by design. Like,
hit the victim.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And
That was an
he
assassination.
continued to shoot. We see now, we've just learned he used a silencer, so he
Look,
was ready.
he was right behind him right there in that picture.
Suppressor,
On the right.
to quiet
And left
that
on the
shot
bike.
just before pulling the trigger. And then he fled. He fled north on 6th Avenue, jumped on a city bike, and actually rode north into Central Park, and that's where we lost a trace of him. So security cameras picked him
So
up
no-
on that bicycle
there ain't no
going
cameras
into
in the
Central
park?
and he was very savvy because he knew to use that cover. There aren't as many cameras once you enter Central Park. And so he was able to, we believe, change his clothes and escape detection. And he is still on the run hours later. This shooting happened, remember, at 6:45 a.m. Eastern.
And Anna, as we understand it, Tom
Him in the back is
staying
weird.
at this particular time. That's part of the level of detail that indicates that this was very well premeditated and planned out.
Exactly, and that he knew, the suspect knew the timing that Thompson would be coming over. It's actually pretty early, 6:45 in the morning, to head to a conference, maybe to have coffee. The shooter had that intelligence and was.
Hey, have you seen this new belt? It's made with magnets, and it's called a groove belt. You thought I was gonna say ring, didn't you? Hey,
5 minutes early, waited for him to walk by, and as soon as he passed him, that's when he took his shot on him.
Does that indicate something then to authorities about a motive?
Well, this is the big question.
They should know that that's an
I mean,
inside
you're a
job.
CEO of a major health insurance company and your mind starts thinking about different.
Absolutely. They're certainly looking, this is a major corporation. The stock price is extremely high. There's a big pot of money in the healthcare industry, and United Healthcare has a huge chunk.
Everybody's still trying to figure this shit out because we know that shit was an assassination, yo. So that man knew something. He definitely knew something. Today we did our annual Christmas party at my job, and we at the end of the year we acknowledge people for their accomplishments throughout the year, and plus reaching milestones with the organization. We do 5-year increments. So this was my 5th year, and so I got acknowledged for all the work that I've done for the past 5 years. And how I responded to it. Yeah, I got acknowledged for all the work that we do, and so there was 3 of us who hit 5 years. There were 2 people who hit 10 years, and there was 1 person who hit 25 years. And then throughout the conversation, there's going to be somebody who hits 25 years next year, and so we'll have another huge milestone next year for another employee. But it was a good day, and so I got a semi-valuable prize. So this, I forgot the name of the place where we went actually, but it looked nice, yeah. So that's when we were all just starting to come in, take our coats off and stuff. This was the table my team sat at. I said they had everything set up nice silverware and little fresh rolls of bread out for you. Your boy come out there looking pimpish. I don't wear paint clothes all the time. Then my little gifts. Oh, I can just show y'all these. My little gift bag. They gave me little $50. You know, $10 a year. Little $50 gift card. Oh no, not Burberry. I forgot the name of it. It's an Italian designer though. Something with a V. I gotta look it up again. Cause I was skeptical. So my homeboy in South Carolina, he owns a men's boutique, and I bought those pants from him the last time I was home. And he was like, "Oh nigga, you be on that high fashion shit, man. Check these out. Check these out." I'm like, "Man, what is this shit, bro?" And he pulled the designer up online. And I looked at their stuff, and he was definitely selling it cheaper. I don't think it's knockoff, but he was selling it cheaper, and I don't know, it's like this Italian design. It's nice though. I like them. I'm gonna get another pair because the fabric is fucking awesome. They're not cheap pants. Yo, these shit's not cheap pants. Whatever material they made out of, and how them shits fit and stretch, and then how deep the colors are. Like, yo, these not no cheap pants, yo. I like them shits. So I got a $50 gift card. Then they got me this paper. I guess this is just a paperweight with our company's name and logo on there. P, what's good, bro? So that's it. That's all they gave me. But the gift card, boy, $50 is $50, nigga. And then everybody, every year, the whole, everybody gets a Christmas gift. And so this year, this was our Christmas gift labeled to me. This is Travis's. And what they gave us this year was rain jackets. So we got logo lettered up rain jackets for Christmas presents. And this brand is Sport Tech, made in China. These ain't too bad though. This ain't a little bad windbreaker. Got a hood on it too. Yeah, they ain't a little bad Christmas gift. I ain't had to pay for this shit neither. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm in there. You got pockets? Oh, we got pockets. I'm in there. All right, styling, profiling. You know what I'm saying? Representing the crew. So yeah, we did that today, and we actually were able to leave work right after the our little Christmas brunch or whatever. But then normally, like, there's a tradition where a couple of employees, it's very few of us, it's like the cool kids, we go out to a restaurant and have a couple of drinks afterwards, like real adult drinks, and just chill and bust it up for a few minutes. So I did that for about 40 minutes before I came home. I had some I had a dozen oysters and a Long Island iced tea. Now we're in the studio. Not for a long time today, guys. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like after peopling for an hour or two with all my coworkers, and then we did a game that everybody had to participate in, I'm kind of drained. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. And then went out and having drinks and shit with the people. I done people all fucking day. I don't remember the people that much. Ooh. I'm ready to kill motherfuckers on Call of Duty. I ain't lying. We gonna paint a little something real quick, so we can feel good about ourselves. You know? So we can feel good about ourselves and say we did something in the studio before we hopped on the game. That's all. And then we'll get up in here in the morning, hit that shit. We'll hit it hard tomorrow. So this weekend, I don't know if I'll have company in the studio or not, but I asked a couple of people to hang out this weekend. Some people I haven't hung out with in a while, who are really cool people, and I'm just like, yo, we need to chill, nigga. We ain't chilling in a minute. I burnt myself on pizza the other day. Now I got this fucking a burn on my lip. That shit hurt too. Damn. My coworker said, "Who punched you in your face?" Who did what? Who punched you in your mouth? I think nobody punched me, bitch. I'll be in jail. You'll be reading about me in the paper right now. Thought somebody punched me in my face. Somebody punched me. I would be locked up. Assault and battery. A high aggravated nature. Shit. What if we just shit. God damn. What if we just try to block this bookend and call it a wrap for the day? If we can block this bookend, we might can call it a wrap for this evening. When you ain't motivated, stay consistent. Do something. I don't give a damn if it's just 30 minutes. Do that for 30 minutes. Do something. Then you can say, hey, I did. But what you do today? And you ain't got to be all specific. If a motherfucker asks me if I paint today, I'd be like, yep. I paint every day. I ain't say how long I painted. I ain't say how long I painted. I just said I did paint something today. That could be, once again, 30 minutes or 3 hours. "30 minutes to 3 hours. As long as you did something. As long as you did a little something. Because I get on that game, I might put my phone on silent. Put that phone on silent. Don't nobody aggravate me right now. Put my gaming socks on. Everybody day is. It's Friday, people. It's motherfucking Friday. We made it through another week by the graces of the gods, the universe, the stars, and all that good shit, you know? We made it through another week. Monday morning, I have a dentist appointment again. Hopefully this will be the last one for a while. But I had that root canal done last week. Or was that last week or the week before? Might have been the week before. And they want me to come back for a cap or a crown or whatever. So that's at 8:30 or something like that, Monday morning. If that shit drag on too long, I don't know how long it's gonna take. That shit over an hour to do whatever they need to do. I might tell my boss, look, I'm working from home today. So I ain't gonna get that like 8:30 and leave that bitch at like 11 or 11:30 and then try to go to work for a couple man. Look, I might as well just stay my ass home. Or at least that's what I'm gonna suggest. Alright, what color? I'm gonna do. Damn, I might actually get some black. I just heat that little bit of coffee up and I ain't drinking it fast enough and shit. Already cold. Oh, well, just a smidget of this black. Inaki. BR. Hello. I'm so happy for watching again. Salute from Spain. There you go, bro. That's what's up. Back in the building. Back with the business. We back and we building. Blocking in, trying to get it ready. Whole lot of paint and I hold my brush steady. Whole lot of colors and it look pretty. I got a new canvas got many. Hit you with some corner freestyles. Hit you with some corner freestyles. Cause I be wild in the meanwhile, and he now. You see how? Decal. And I stick you like a decal. This is me out, sticking like a decal. Hitting off, sticking like a decal. And me out to the decal. Alright, something like damn. Something like that. Something like damn. Alright, something like that. Gonna wash this brush. The next, I want to. There's a lot of different colors on the cover of this book right here. I'm gonna just do solid brown again. Let me just get some of this brown. I should have did this when I was already in the brown. I'm gonna do this section right here, brown. This is actually in the shadow. It's gonna be lighter than that in some spots. In some spots, like a sunspot. When the sun's out, you get tongue bright. Eat y'all bitches like a kumquat. Get that G spot, become light, and eat y'all bitches like a kumquat. Is that something there? Am I playing with something? Boy, you're playing with fire is what you're playing with, boy. Playing with fire. Feel a new song coming on. That's what you need, boy. Playing with fire. Oh, there's that one thing, that one little project I was thinking about doing. I say I the AI had made that whole like gibberish song. It kind of says some words here and there, but it's like mostly gibberish and really isn't saying anything. But the beat is hot and the flow is kind of hot. So I was thinking like, damn, can I just take that flow and actually add words to that shit? But then is that mine? You know what I'm saying? That's not my flow. Well, actually, it kind of is because I think what it did was it tried to make a persona from my raps. Because I'm like, that shit sound too hard. I'm like, wait a minute. Is you trying to rap like me? And that shit just made this one really, it's weird. It like hallucinated a whole fucking song. A whole song. But it's like, can I actually use that as inspiration? Because there is one part, like it sounded like it was going to be like a chorus. And I'm like, whoa, wait. That shit was hard. That shit was kind of hard. And it did generate this whole hallucinated song off of my prompt, but the prompt was a spoken word, that spoken word skit. So like, I'm still just trying to figure out like, where did it pull all of that from? Like why did it decide to make that, even though the prompt that I inputted was nothing like that at all. You actually did the prompt that I requested, and then you just decided to add on a whole fucking song. So I don't know, I could play around with that this weekend, or we could just try to write our own song from scratch. Or we could just try to paint more this weekend and not focus on the music so much like we've been doing for the past couple weeks. Cover this book got so many colors on it. Jesus Christ. More paint, more paint, more paint. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. Because you know you got plenty. So paint till you empty. Give me more paint, more paint, more paint. Just give me more paint, more paint. So don't be stingy. Just empty, empty. Give it all away. And they gonna envy. Don't wait, don't wait, don't wait. Just paint, just paint, just paint. All right. Oh, sorry for the silence. Microphone silence. Hey, I like the sky. Me too, bro. That sky gonna be popping. Wait and see. I'm gonna make it blue. It's gonna be so blue, it's gonna be a haiku. So blue is gonna be a haiku.
So that is obviously, there are investigators looking at the white collar elements of this, but it also could be a personal dispute. All of these questions remain unanswered. There was a cell phone recovered at the scene. It is unclear if it was the suspect.
Right. Now, you're not the only one that's stating that. There's a lot of people out there stating that he got deleted because of that, because a lot of patients were being scammed with their insurance policies and stuff like that. But nah, think about that. That's an inside job. I'm not saying that that wasn't happening, but with him, the way he was taken out, that was inside. That had to do with something else, not necessarily the patient. So I'm going to get into that in a second.
That forensic effort is now underway as well. Of course, investigators are interviewing the family that just learned of this shock today. And apparently he had been receiving threats, but he didn't deem it enough of a threat to hire security. So he traveled from Minnesota, his home in Minnesota,
Y'all heard that,
to
right?
New York City without security, and clearly was.
So from Minnesota to New York without security, he was receiving threats. This happened yesterday. Notice she said that he fled on a bike, on a city bike, and they showed the picture. Do y'all know today that they backtracked on that statement? I'm gonna get into that.
Staying in the hotel
I'm gonna
as
get
well
into
without
that.
security.
And where'd that picture come from?
CBS News New York is all over this story. Let's go to their coverage from just moments ago. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target. The suspect fled, first on foot, then on an e-bike, and was last seen in Central Park on Center Drive early this morning.
Notice that, y'all. Watch that bike. I'm trying to tell you, because now they trying to say he didn't leave on a bike. Keep in mind this was yesterday.
He
Hold
was
on, we gonna
removed from
catch
the
up. This is,
hospital
you
where he
know,
was pronounced.
those people don't know
Been
what
in touch
happened.
with his family, his friends, and his colleagues, and they are very much in our thoughts and prayers. Investigative efforts of the New York City Police Department are well underway, and we will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case. The women and men of the NYPD take enormous pride to drive down crime and violence in our city. Right now, we are
Yeah, those bikes
asking
got
if
GPS.
you have any
Those
information
are,
about this case. Call
The bikes are owned by Lyft, the company that's like Uber, rideshare company, right? They're called rideshare company. Yeah, but those bikes are owned by Lyft, that company. Okay, and yes, they have GPS on them. They can be tracked. In fact, there was a guy that was on Twitter announcing that he dipped into, or I don't want to say the word hack, but he hacked into Lyft's server. Okay, did a couple of scripts so he could, calculate where everybody's going for whatever reason. I don't know why he wants to do that, but he showcased it that he has the information on this person's whereabouts as far as him getting away on that bike. And he said he was the only one that went towards that park as far as a bike is concerned, because of course they're being tracked by GPS on the bike.
Hey, I'm Sophie, and I'm one of the AI voices from Revoicer. My voice sounds so natural because I understand exactly the meaning of each phrase. So I know how to add inflections in my voice, just like a real human would do. Did you catch that? I know when to add pauses, breathing sounds, giggle, or even add ooh, or ahs. I can analyze the content that you enter, so I'll understand when I'm enumerating something, when I have to emphasize a word, or when I need to speak slower or faster. Creating human-sounding voiceovers from text has never, ever been easier. Just paste your text into Revoicer's easy-to-use interface. Choose the language and the voice you want to use. And click on Generate. That's it, easy, right? Whether you're looking to create a corporate video or something more creative, there is a perfect voice waiting for you in Revoicer.
My name is Axel, and I'm one of the most popular voices from Revoicer.
Hello, my dear ones. My name is Bella. I have a soft and caring voice.
My voice is deep, mellow, and soft. I can create a voiceover that will sound genuine and friendly.
Outsourcing the creation of a single voiceover will cost you more than the price of this special offer. I'm so confident that you will love the voiceovers that you'll generate with Revoicer that I'm going to make this a complete, risk-free.
Okay, so we're good now.
Low tech.
Right, what just happened?
So there was unfortunately a very sad shooting in the ad where the United Healthcare CEO seemed like it was targeted. Very, very terrible. But then I watched the news this morning and the police chief in the news conference said that the assailant fled on a city bike, on an e-bike. It's like crazy that a criminal would flee on a bike, like especially a city bike. But I've been scraping city bike data for the past few weeks. This is not it right here. This is it right here where, I can see where every individual bike has been. So I can see, okay, like this, let's see, like right here, bike number like 2164382 entered a dock at 2:03 p.m. and then it exited the dock. Someone else took the bike at 2:13 p.m. At station number 1058, which is Columbus Avenue, West 59th Street.
Yeah.
So using all this data, I can see, I checked all the possible rides that the assailant could have fled on, and there were like only these 8 rides within the time frame of the shooting. Only one of them was headed northbound through Central Park, so that was, which is the police that the guy went through. So I'm like really, really confident that this one ride was where the guy ended up. So he ended up on the Upper East Side. So yeah, I tweeted this, I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting, and a bunch of people reached out, and like the tweet's getting a lot of likes now.
Yeah, but why the f do you have this data, Riley?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I like making kind of fun, weird websites that show data in an interesting way, and like I thought it'd be cool to make a site that shows like in real time, like all the city bike rides in New York. Because this isn't data that you can normally get. Like I had to reverse engineer the Lyft app to get this, so it's like data that you really can't get.
Wait, what did you do?
So like in the Lyft app, if I like want to go and get a bike, let's say I like click on this stock right here, I can see that, oh, like bike 437,034 is there and like 382,600 is there. This is not public data, but like Lyft does give it in the app. Like it's not easy to get from their like public data APIs, but you can't see it in the app. So I engineered this endpoint and then I set up scripts to like go through and check every minute, every dock in New York. So I've been sitting on the data. I haven't made the website yet, but I have the data at least. So yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This is heavy. It's warm. Loads of pockets. I'm impressed with it. This is the Baskin. Baskin Practical Hoodie.
Thousands of men around the world already love it.
So he knows to and from and sent it to the authorities. But then they immediately I'm jumping ahead, but then they immediately came out with reports indicating that he wasn't on a city bike.
I want to be clear. At this time, every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack.
What we know is that the shooter arrived at the location on foot about 5 minutes prior to the victim's arrival. He stands alongside the building line as numerous other people and pedestrians pass him by. From video, we see at 6:44 a.m., the victim is walking alone towards the Hilton after exiting his hotel across the street. We believe the victim was headed to the Hilton Hotel to attend the United Health Group Investors Conference that was scheduled to start at 8 a.m. The shooter appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack. He steps onto the sidewalk from behind the car. He ignores numerous other pedestrians, approaches the victim from behind, and shoots him in the back. He then walks toward the victim and continues to shoot. It appears that the gun malfunctions as he clears the jam and begins to fire again. The shooter then flees on foot northbound into an alleyway between 54th Street and 55th Street. Once at West 55th Street, it continues to walk westbound on Avenue of the Americas, where he gets onto an electric e-city bike and rides northbound on the Avenue of Americas.
I don't see how they can backtrack on this when it was just telling everybody.
We have the shooter riding this bike into Central Park at Center Drive. At the scene, we recover 3 live 9mm rounds and 3 discharged 9mm shell casings. The motive for this currently is unknown, but based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted. But at this point, we do not know why. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. We're seeking information from the public to help identify this. As Commissioner said, we are about to reward up to $10,000 for information. You're urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. All information will be kept anonymous. Thank you very much.
About an hour and 20 minutes before the start of the conference, is there any indication that he was going to meet someone? Because it's pretty early. Is he on his way to meet someone there at the conference?
He leaves the hotel dressed like he's going to be attending the conference. We're working with his co-workers and other people that he planned on attending the conference with to get that information. But as of right now, he's in charge of the conference, so we believe he was getting there to help set up.
Okay, and then just the city bike, I mean, do we know where that city bike is now? Does he dock it or does he keep riding it?
We're still tracking video. The last we see with him on that bike is in Central Park.
Is there a way to track that bike?
There are GPSs on those bikes. We'll be working with the company.
We're gonna move over. NJ Berkeley?
Like, I'm trying to tell you, before they had this conference, they already have all of this information.
An alleyway on his escape. Does that appear to be connected with something?
We're working through that cell phone. Obviously, we'll be processing it forensically. As far as words being exchanged, we do not have audio of the incident. We only have the regular video.
So nothing from witness?
Nothing for, well, there's one witness standing right next to the victim when he was shot. We're still trying to identify that victim. Excuse me, that witness.
Chief, was he checked into the hotel across the street alone? Was he in the city alone? Was he accompanied by anybody? Did he have any known enemies or anyone that you've been able to find so far?
Like I said, we're reaching out to law enforcement in Minnesota, and we're also interviewing his co-workers and family members to see if there have been any specific threats against him in the past. As far as who was he in the hotel with, we're doing a search warrant in his hotel room right now. That might lead us, give some more information.
But see, here's another thing that's standing out to me really quickly. like as if they don't know, but they in fact do know that there was a conference, an investor conference that was supposed to happen at 8 a.m. Let's just say that he wanted to get there early to get himself something to drink, get himself together, to get himself prepared, go over the speech that he wanted to give.
Oh, why you ain't just stay in the hotel where the conference was at? Why you ain't book a room in the same hotel? That's my main question. Dang, bro. You felt like you had to walk across the street, Nikki? I would have stayed right in the same hotel where the conference is at and just ride the elevator downstairs.
Something could have happened where the assailant was notified that he had to get there at a specific time to get rid of him. That's when he's going to show up to this particular meeting. Whatever it is, we don't want him at this meeting. That's what it sounds like to me. We don't want him at this investor meeting. With him being the CEO of United Healthcare, why wouldn't they want him in the investor meeting? Okay? That's how you know this was inside. And it's bigger than him. Okay? This time around, he travels from Montana to New York and tells his security not to show up. That's I need to hurry up and tell everybody something inside of this conference type of approach. Let me hurry up and do this. I didn't even notify my own security that I'm about to do this. I need to hurry up and leak this. I hope some news reporters are going to be there too. I need to expose the pharmaceutical industry for what it is the reason why they took him out. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm going to get to that in a second. I'm about to see.
I'll answer the part about whether or not he's a professional. That, we have no way of knowing that. From watching the video, it does seem that he's proficient in the use of firearms, as he was able to clear the malfunctions pretty quickly. But as far as the tree lighting, I'll leave that to Chief Magic.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Good morning, Dean.
Wait a minute. That's a big indicator. He ain't no rookie. They ain't send no little child to go take him out like how they tried to say they did with Trump. If they want you out of there, they're going to send somebody quick. The gun gets...
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe, featuring densely populated havens of relative safety, governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a Capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased.
EVE Online is a pretty cool game for the simple fact that it had a sister component to it. That's why I've never played EVE Online, and I think it's only like a PC game. if I'm not mistaken. But like years and years ago, they put out this game called Dust. And basically EVE Online is like starships and freighters and like space pirates and shit like that. And then Dust was like the actual soldiers on the ground fighting each other. And so it was all in the same universe and the same physics and language and everything, except like you were either in space on one of the big ships or you were on the ground, grunts going to war. And so they made that version for like console players. So I played Dust on the PlayStation. And the two games actually sync up together. Like whoever is winning in EVE Online, if you're on that team, then like you get more power-ups, you get bigger boosts and more equipment on the game that you're playing on the console. That shit, I was like, that was really wild how they like connected those two games together and had them like really interacting with the two sets of players. I didn't think that shit was gonna last for so long, but they've been doing that shit over 10 years now, EVE Online.
And you back to it. That's on purpose. They ain't send no rookie. They said the professional. It got to be done before 8 o'clock Eastern time. Silencer. You got to get cleared through the ATF to have a silencer legally. I mean, of course, you know the boys make their own now, but I'm just saying.
This incident will not affect the tree lighting. The tree lighting is slated to start at 7 p.m. The show, the actual lighting of the tree will be close to 10 o'clock. Actually, not.
A nigga died. They gonna talk about whether
massive police.
We don't care about him dying like that. We want to see some tree lights.
52nd Street all the way.
We want to see some Christmas lights. We want to be in the spirit. Meanwhile, you got illegal immigrants causing a whole bunch of violence out there in New York, and you want to hurry up and get people to go see a Christmas tree after all that, New York? A damn tree?
Down to 47th Street, we'll have plain clothes out there.
And it got to be the brother
out there
to break the news.
I wonder if you could tell me, the mayor said that there was evidence recovered at the scene that would indicate that this was not a random event. I wonder if you could tell me what that evidence was. And by looking at the gun, it appears that there's a silencer on the gun.
He was shot in the back. That's how you can tell it wasn't a random
event. Not only that it was premeditated, but this is somebody who knew.
That's how you can tell it was premeditated. He was shot in the back.
Once again, we won't know that until we
That's
get to the
somebody that wanted him to be disrespected.
Or recover that firearm. You know, you see a glimpse of the gun in video, so we're not able to make a determination on whether or not a silencer was used on that quick glimpse of video. We can't tell from that little glimpse of video. I'm not going to commit to saying that at this time. That will be part of our investigation.
It was a silencer.
There's a cell phone recovered in the alleyway, and once again, we will process that forensically and see if it comes back to this shooting.
That's a throwaway. That's what that cell phone is here. The job is done. Out in the street. Yep. He's done. My money's there. Thank you. You lucky that joint ain't self-destruct.
5 hours old. That will be part of our investigation.
That means he did something wrong. Okay? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He must have been working with somebody that's high up. Okay? The next person up will be who?
As of right now,
we see some guesses
based on
in
the
there.
current video that we do have, it doesn't appear that they crossed paths, and he arrived in New York on Monday.
First name start with an L, last name start with an F. Go ahead, Chad. Come on. Who next up?
Chief, did he typically travel with a security detail? And even though it's early, is there anything that indicates
I said last name start with an F.
Let's say a patient who lives throughout coverage, either back in Minnesota or more recently, someone who lives here.
From speaking to other employees that traveled with him to New York, it doesn't
That's
seem
right,
like he had
Saunders.
security detail. He left the
That's
hotel
right,
by
Benjamin.
himself. was walking.
That's right,
Didn't seem like
Ethan.
he had any issues at all.
Oh,
So I don't think he did not have a security detail.
As far as line coverage, I know that's
it's
a
bigger than
really an
Fauci.
issue with these major companies. Any reason to believe he had been the subject of a threat?
Once again, we're looking at everything. We're looking at his social media. We are interviewing employees. We are interviewing family members. We will be speaking to law enforcement in Minnesota.
The only way you're gonna catch this
Sorry, I was
guy
just gonna ask if
is if they told this guy that he got to get caught.
look at any.
Is there any indication
Right,
that he gets this City Bike, that he's a City Bike member?
Okay. Wait, don't you? Wait. Do you have to be a member? Wait, see, I don't know. I don't use that, y'all. Do y'all have to be a? That's a very good question. Whoever reported that is, do you have to be a member in order to rent a Lyft bike? That's a very good question. Because if I'm recalling correctly, somebody got to be a member, right? In order for you to, they got to know who you are in order for you to rent from them, right? Like you can't just go in as a guest and your name and information is not reported. Like that doesn't make sense. Like I wouldn't even have a business like that where just any random person could get on a bike, unless the person that has the account lent the bike to somebody else that didn't ride the bike. For example, if they find out that the account is up under some woman's name and they notice a man, then they're gonna have to find a woman. Then they're gonna have to, that would be something different, right? That would be something different. Then they're gonna have to go down a different type of rabbit hole. But that's a very good question. They gotta have an account with that Lyft bike, period. And it has GPS. Like that, I'm telling you, they had the phone call with Lyft prior to this meeting, this little conference for the news. Had to. That's the first people I'm calling. Hey, man, we looked at the video. He left on the bike. Hey, that got GPS. Call him right now. Immediately. It ain't no, oh, let me hurry up and tell the news. They got on that. They know who this is. If they got him, they know who this is by now. Like, I seen that they just, just an update, posted an image of what he looks like. Okay? Just recently, just within about an hour or so, they posted an image of what he looks like. Now here's another thing. Of course, earlier in the video, they described him as a light-skinned male. He's Caucasian. I don't know why he said light-skinned. He's Caucasian. And not only that, before they released that photo, they already know where he is. Like, I mean, I watched too many movies for me not to know that they got that type of technology by now, where they can scan your face and scan everything else. They got the eye in the sky. Don't they got the eagle eye? This is New York. There he is, 5800 block of. There's no way.
The Chrome extension everyone will be using in 2025. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. This Chrome extension lets you block ads or get paid to watch them. It's called Pi, and once I started using it, I was shocked at how much of my content was actually ads. Like this whole top.
Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, which is one of the nation's largest health insurers with more than 100,000 employees. He was named Chief Executive Officer back in April of 2021, and before that, he headed up UHC's government programs businesses, including Medicare and retirement. Now, New York Governor Kathy Hochul put out a statement saying that she has directed state police to provide the NYPD with any help that they need. And she added that her heart is with Thompson's family and loved ones. Thompson was based in Minnesota. Her office is committed to ensuring the perpetrator is brought to justice. Now, United Healthcare also put out a statement saying it is deeply saddened and shocked at Thompson's passing and that he was a highly respected colleague and friend. That statement went on to say they are working closely with police and their hearts go out to Thompson's family. So,
well, the most important thing is recovering the cell phone from Mr. Thompson. If you did have one at the time, and let's see what's in there. Was he getting?
Oh, it was his cell phone.
Go back to the company and also see that who's in charge, their director of security, to see what they could provide. I just can't believe a gentleman at this level, of such a huge company like this, not having EP executive protection with him, or at least a driver.
Wait a minute.
So I found that a little.
I know I'm not tripping. No. They didn't make that clear. They didn't state that was Thompson's cell phone in that press conference. They said that they recovered a cell phone. They didn't make that clear. They didn't state that was his. maybe he misheard that because I don't recall them stating that that was his cell phone. Not in my notes neither. I would have wrote that down. I know I can't be. I don't know why. I think he misspoke right there. Be honest with you. I don't remember them. Yeah, unless he slipped up. You right about that. Unless he slipped up. I mean, he could be close to him. You know, I don't know. I don't know this guy.
You know, interesting.
Because look, if you look, that's a silencer on there. So I don't know why they. You know, I mean, you got HD footage. Like, you know if he got that or not. And then on top of that, it would have been way more people. Look at the people with their lights on right beside them, sitting in their car. If they would have heard it for real, everybody would have reacted. They would have seen this guy. But with him having the silencer on, and he coming from behind the guy, there's no way, bro.
Showing Thompson, and now we are learning some clues as to a possible motive found on evidence at the scene, according to the New York
But
Post.
the pictures that they just released within an hour or so shows his face. They already know who this is.
Depose and defend, written on live rounds and shell casings left behind by the masked assassin. The United Healthcare CEO is or was deny, depose, and defend.
That's a code, ain't it? Because that's what, okay, they saying that was inscribed on the shell casings that was left behind by him. Now, I saw that people were talking about that the encryption may be related to a 2010 book that critiques the insurance industry. The name of the book is titled Delay, Deny, Defend. Hear me out. The name of the book is titled Delay, Deny, Defend. I'm not trying to promote it, but I just want to point out the similarities here because that book, they explore why insurance companies often refuse to pay claims and then they offer potential solutions. Like, straight up, that's the subtitle of the book. What I just said.
The United Healthcare CEO is or was in New York for an investors conference. He was a father and a husband from Minnesota. His wife telling Fox this, quote, Brian was an incredibly loving, generous, talented man who truly lived life to the fullest and touched so many lives. Most importantly, Brian was an incredibly loving father
already got a
to
statement
sons and will be greatly missed. She also told NBC News that before the shooting, her husband had received threats related to his job leading America's largest private insurer. And the shooting.
Well, I mean, she must be aware.
And several other
Threats
senior
from who?
executives are reportedly under investigation by the DOJ for selling a
Because wouldn't they say kind of, sort of who it would be,
just 2
possibly?
weeks before news of a federal antitrust probe went public back in February. Crime Stoppers is now offering a $10,000 reward for information on the gunman. And get this, the New York Post also reporting that the police obtained the suspect's Starbucks trash he threw away, Todd, so they may actually have his DNA.
Shanley Painter, so many unanswered questions. We appreciate it. Let's bring in retired New York detective Vincent Marr to try and answer some of them. As a retired detective, what evidence are you honing in on right now?
Well, we believe, the public believes, and based
Don't
on
ask
video,
me how I know.
the silencer was used on a weapon. Now that
It's Dane Calloway. Talking about that shooting that happened on 2 days ago. You know, people get shot all the time. It's in the news a lot of the time, but this is a high-profile murder. Early in the morning, broad daylight, from a masked gunman with a silencer. Well, that shit just sound...
huge. That's a huge piece of evidence because silencers are not something you just go in any gun store and purchase. You have to file for a federal tax stamp to own that silencer.
ATF.
You have to get an ATF background check to purchase that silencer.
Exactly.
That's if it was purchased legally. Now, again, they're gonna go through all the records. They're going through all the records of that right now.
You can make your own
I'm
silencer.
sure. But unfortunately, there's also thanks to YouTube, people can create their own silencers, their own makeshift homemade silencers.
You ain't had to
That's
say
the case
YouTube.
with,
You had like
sound legal silencers can be hard
what was
to
that
trace.
about? Yeah, okay, so basically that evidence, they're working on that. All the investigators are working on that currently right now. They still haven't caught this guy. I'm still looking as we speak right now to see if they're going to catch him, okay? Because, again, if they catch him, he was supposed to be caught. Now, they also reported that he purchased a coffee and a water bottle and a Powers bar at the Starbucks before discarding the items in the trash can. So they're going to have fingerprints right there. Unless he wore some type of gloves, who knows? I mean, what if he know what he doing?
Well,
see, they ain't saying none of that.
And how did he pay for his water and his coffee? Because most people don't carry a lot of cash like that nowadays. And some people don't even have $5 on them most of the time. They just have their debit card or credit card on them. So not just check the trash for discarded items that may have residual DNA, but also just check the fucking sales records. What did he pay with? Check the cameras. When did he come in there? Okay, this is the guy, right? He's here now. This is that moment. What did he pay with? Debit card. Let's trace that back.
They also said that they discovered a phone in the nearby alley, which, you know, some reports saying that they believe belonged to the shooter, but the other guy was saying that it belonged to Thomason. So they're going to have to, maybe they did that on purpose. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be karma, but at the same time, man, like, this dude was probably about to spill the beans on some shit, bro. That's what I'd be thinking. Once again, like that plane. That plane that went down earlier this year with all the fucking cancer doctors from Brazil. Oh, was that just an accident? Oh man. All these high level cancer doctors and researchers are on their way to a conference. And their plane goes down and kills everybody on the plane. Nobody survives. Right before their big conference, when they're gonna go and show the proof and evidence of whatever they've been working on. And now this guy, who's the head of a big medical company, medical insurance company, that has a lot of dealings with Big Pharma and a lot of other people, he's on his way to a conference for investors. Maybe he was gonna tell his investors some shit like, hey, this might not be the company y'all want to invest in. For the simple fact, XYZ. I kind of went Dane on that. Dane said he think he's about to blow the whistle on something. I kind of feel that, yo, like, yo, this motherfucker about to tell something. Killing somebody for being too greedy, I don't know. Once again, in that case, Bill Gates would be dead and fucking Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, because people can probably know their schedules if they're going to be at a conference or a lecture or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to kill somebody for being greedy, or especially Gates for profiting off the pain and suffering of others, I mean, people like that would be getting murked left and right. The motherfuckers who do catch it most of the time be the ones about to spill the beans. I'ma tell everybody. Hey, people, did you know? Can't go out there telling all the beans. Telling all these mofos what we really be doing up in here. You get the pew pew, pew, and make me pew pew your ass, man. See, we gave you a good position, you got a good title, you earning a decent living, and then you get all high on the fucking hog and wanna feel yourself and start smelling yourself. Like that, you gonna tell on us? They gonna tell on us? Motherfuckers, we made you, bitch. You ain't shit. You know what? Hello? Hello? Yeah, he acting crazy. Go ahead and do that thing. No, that thing we was discussing. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Because he on the way to the meeting right now. I ain't got time for these games, nigga. Wanna act crazy? I show you crazy. So you about to tell on us. Man, I made you. You know what? I made you, I'll replace you, bro. Take him out, man. We'll have a new CEO in a couple weeks. You be alright. And the next motherfucker will know. You better listen what the fuck we tell you to do. Or you gonna end up like old boy. You wanna end up like old boy? Alright then. Listen, sit down, shut the fuck up. This is the game plan, bitch. We run this shit, you the face. Okay? Simple. I talk, you listen. I tell you what to say. You repeat it back. Exactly. That's it, man. I give you 1.2 million a year salary. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, man. You're good to go. Just remember, you are expendable. You are expendable. Forever and always. One little false move, one little shaky step that I don't agree with. Once again, we do you like we just did, old boy. You don't even see it coming, bro. You be on your way taking your kids to softball practice or on your way to a meeting somewhere. And then all of a sudden, you get the pew pew, motherfucker. That's all we do around here. Pew pew, motherfucker, left and right. Who wants some? You want some? No? I ain't think so. I ain't think so. Total line, total line, total line. You get out of line, we'll put you out of line. Mm-hmm. All right. We got everything blocked in, except him. So tomorrow, that'll be what we starting on. We'll do his skin tone, and then we'll try to block his hat and his hoodie in. Tomorrow is, damn. Can I do all of that tomorrow? But well, like I said, I might be having some chill sessions this weekend with the homies and shit. So I don't know. We might not actually start a new painting this weekend. If I can get this blocked in to between tomorrow and Sunday, and maybe Monday we can do something. We'll see. All right, we got something done, and we was in for a little bit over an hour. You know? Progress, slow and steady, slow and steady. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Oh, don't step in there. Oh. Yeah, don't look too bad, right? Now we just gotta, like I said, we can start blocking him in tomorrow. Hey, making moves. Yes, ma'am, you do the same thing. Yeah, it's just been a very, very active day today. And that shit zapped more energy out of me than I really expected. But it's all good. It was a good time, and yeah, it was just a good time. So, see, look at that. Oh, man. I hope y'all enjoy y'all evening, and I'll get with y'all tomorrow. Peace. Until next time.